Good morning. For breakfast, I'm having 1 egg, 3 egg whites, 2 Canadian bacon, a Kickstart morning muffin, and a simple protein smoothie, which is strawberry. And I have about 45 grams of protein. My muffin is the Kickstart muffin is about 8 points. And it is really worth it. I think what I'm going to do is make a video making them so you can see what I put in them. Lots and lots of good stuff. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday morning. Welcome back to Cat on Point. About 30 days ago, I downloaded the Train with Joan app. Now, it does cost, it was $20 a month, or you can pay, I believe it's $119 for an entire year, which averages out to about $9.99 a month. So you really cut that in half if you go for the whole year. But before I purchased the whole year, I wanted to download, I wanted to do about 30 days of a trial. And even though I had to pay for it, I thought it was worth it. And then I could make my decision as to whether or not I wanted to pay for an entire year. Now, what was I looking for? I was kind of looking for something that could provide me with structure, more structure. Not that I don't have a workout routine that I actually do, but the thing is I've been doing that routine for a really long time, and I was really feeling like I needed something to push me out of that bubble. There's something called comfortability bias when we work out. That means basically that you're going to do the same thing that feels comfortable all the time. And so that's the people at the gym, you know, when you go there, they're always on the treadmill for 30 minutes and then they do the very same things and then they leave, and their body kind of adjusts to that and adapts to that, and they don't really see the difference. I felt like maybe I was starting to get into that kind of, I don't want to say a rut, but a comfortability that I really wanted to push out of. But for me, if I'm working out by myself, I'm not the kind of person that really wants to push myself extra. So if I'm doing 2 sets or 3 sets of lifting some weights or something, I'm not going to push myself to do 4 sets every time. So I'm not really going to want to consistently push myself out of that comfortability in order to see those results. And I really feel like I needed that. Did Train with Joan supply that? Overall, I would have to say yes, it really did. Now, the way that it's set up, first of all, let me back up. Joan McDonald is an amazing lady. She started working out late in her 70s, had all kinds of issues health-wise, and her daughter is a trainer, and she went to her daughter trained her, and she looks amazing, and her health has just improved like 100%. And she and her daughter have put forth this app, and I wanted to review it and see if it was something that I wanted to invest in myself. Okay, so that being said, I wrote down a few points that I wanted to kind of, some pros that I really thought were really pluses from using the app. And then I have a few, I don't want to say cons, but just some things that I thought maybe could be improved on, or maybe make it a little easier to work with. All right, so number one, there is music available on the app that you can download. They have from Spotify. So if you want to work out with music, you can do that. For me, I was just really paying attention to what I was doing. So I did not use it. I just basically had the Train with Joan app go on. And so I thought it was really neat, because one of the wonderful things about this app is that they show you exactly how to do every exercise, and it plays over and over again, and it times the exercises. It'll either tell you how many times you should do it, or like with the warm-ups, it will time you and then it'll stop and go to the next one when it's ready, when the time is up. And so I really appreciated that, because I didn't have to constantly, on some of the exercises or the warm-ups, go to my phone and, fast forward or go to the next, push the button to go to the next exercise. It automatically did that. And that was really helpful. And the exercises that I was doing that didn't automatically go ahead, they would play over and over again so that I could do them correctly, and I could watch them do them over and over so that I could get my form right. Another thing that was really neat was that you have a coach who's constantly there. So as they're telling you how to do them, they're giving you all of the little nuance information about how to be careful and why you don't want to lift this way. And it's not overly done, it's just enough information to help keep you on the right track. And I really appreciated that. There's different level settings. And so, sorry about the glare, I've got to wear my glasses. So there's different level settings. You can choose a beginner, an intermediate, or a more advanced workout. And I chose an intermediate because I'm used to doing a lot of different workouts. And so I was really comfortable with that. I felt like it still pushed me. And when I was done with a certain workout, like a glutes or lower body or upper body, I was sore the next day. And I could tell that it really did push me out of that comfortability bias. Okay, so I did like that it tracks the workouts that you do. So it will tell you when you've completed, it gives you a high five. So it gives you kind of like a mini celebration when you do it. And you can choose to take a progress pic, or you can choose to interact with the community. And for some people, that might be really important. For me, I didn't really use that so much. I was just kind of concentrating on the app itself for this month. I do think that it does offer some motivating challenges if you want to push yourself from time to time and do something different. And you can also heart your favorite workouts so that you can go back to them and use them again. I thought that was really neat because there's definitely some workouts that are my favorite and some of them that I'm like, oh, no, not again, because it pushed me, and that I'm grateful for that. So as far as the workouts go, they have what's called supersets. So they'll have, like, for me, my workout, it consisted of a warm-up and then some exercises and then what they call supersets. So it would have like a set of 2 or 3 exercises that you would do 3 or 4 times. And so that really pushed me because normally I would not use a certain exercise to do that many times. I would have probably given up if it were just me on my own. I think, oh, well, that's enough. But for this, it just kept me going right back to it. And I didn't miss a beat. Honestly, with the exercises that I would do for like upper body or lower body, it was a 50-minute workout. And for me, that would have just sounded like way too much time working on the strength training, but it really wasn't. And it felt more like 20 minutes at the most because she's right with you every time and taking you from one thing to another. And it's not, I was really afraid it was going to be kind of like, what if this is like Insanity? My husband loves Insanity. And those workouts are so crazy that it just has so much aerobic activity and stuff like that. You know, I've almost felt like when you do Insanity, you're just running around punching yourself in the face. That is not something that I'm really interested in doing. That is not what this is at all. Train with Joan is a very, I want to say, steady, and it's not easy because it can be challenging, but at the same time, it feels very, very doable. And it just takes you through. It's just a nice, steady workout. And so I do highly recommend it for that. Also, as far as the coaching goes, the tips and the helpful guidance, again, I think that's just golden. That's why I did this, is because I needed that coach on me. And it's there. It is there, but at the same time, I feel like I'm in the privacy of my own home. I think it's there that they are effective workouts. Now, I'll do like 2 workouts that are 50 minutes, one after one day and then one another day. And then they have kind of a break, which is like a cardio. And I was afraid of cardio because I thought, oh, here we go. Now here's the Insanity. And it wasn't that. It was about a 15-minute workout. And it was just kind of a steady, again, not crazy, but steady movement. And one thing that this really brought to mind was I also love listening to Paula B. Paula B Fitness. She does workouts that are about 20 to 30 minutes. And one thing that she says all the time is as we get older, you really want to do more of a moderate workout. And that's what I felt like. I felt like this was moderate, but at the same time, it was challenging, and that I think being able to do this on a consistent basis I'm really not only going to, because I don't want to just lose weight, I want my body to take the shape that I want it to take. And I think that this will help produce that and in a very gentle way. So I love training with Joan because of that. I feel like it is going to be effective in giving me what I want. I also want to let you know that with the exercises, some of them you can modify if you want to, and I thought that was a really nice little option. So as far as, like, I don't want to say cons, but areas that maybe they could improve on, or something that I thought would be helpful. Number one is to provide, maybe I've missed it somewhere, but I didn't see a list of the equipment that you would be using in the workouts. So there's certain type of bands, there's certain like exercise bands that you would use, which are fairly easy to get. I mean, you can get like a set of bands almost anywhere, Walmart, Target, you know what I mean, anywhere. And they're just like the stretchy colored bands that you put on, and they could be different strengths or not, you know what I mean, and you're going to be using those in the workout. And then also some simple hand weights, and those are just, I've got like 5, 8, and 10 that would work really well. Now I have some that are much heavier that I use for certain things just because I'm used to using them. But I think if you had like the basic, like 5 and 8 maybe, or 5, 8, 10, if you're used to using 10, then that would be good. Otherwise, just if you're just starting out, I would just use like the 5 and the 8s, but just to have those options. Those are the things that you're really going to use. And that's about it. I think there are a couple of exercises that use the exercise ball, and you can modify that and use something else. If you don't have the exercise ball, it doesn't have to be the ball, I found out. But if you have a ball, it's really good. A stability ball is going to be really good because it's going to also help you pull in that core and tighten the core, which is what you need for all of your movements anyway. And then the other suggestion that I have in order to maybe improve the app, that the videos, once in a while, there is 1 or 2 videos that maybe would stick. So they would get you started, and luckily I would see the first demo of this is how you do this exercise, but then it stuck. And then it wouldn't stick on the next one. So once I hit the next, I'd complete my set, and then I'd hit the next button. It would go on to the next exercise, and that would be okay. But once in a while that exercise would stick, so it wouldn't play over and over and over and over like it normally would. And so those are really the only 2 little bugs that I think could be worked out. Would I recommend this app to anybody who's wanting to work out, feel that they're structured, have a coach, pay a decent amount that's not too much, and honestly, for everything that you're getting, if you do the yearly for $9.99, it's an absolute steal. $20 a month is very reasonable for what you're getting. I think it's very worth it. But if I could do the $9.99 a month, which I'm going to do for the year, I really do consider it highly worth it to go ahead and invest in the Train with Joan app. I really did enjoy it. And I have a ton of workout videos, and I mean everything from, Denise Austin to, everybody. And I have never recommended a workout. But I do recommend this app. I think it's really good, and I think it's really good for women of a certain age who are finding trouble spots on their bodies, and they need that consistency. I think that this is really great, and you need that strength training, and this is what this is all about. This is strength training. So this is going to build up your stability, your inner core, and your muscles, and it's just going to be great. I really do think that this app is amazing. So anyway, that being said, there is my 30-day review, and I'm going to be going on using it. So today is a glute day, and I will say glutes are probably not the funnest thing for me, but they're important. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for spending your time here, giving me your attention. Okay, so I'm sorry I don't have a discount code to share with you for the app, but I will put her website and the link to the apps down below in the description bar if you are interested. All right, guys, I will let you go for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.